It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and it's a battle for bragging rights between Ohio's two teams. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Cleveland and the newly named Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. We are about set for kickoff. Greg, talking to the coaches all week. We're so curious to see what's going to play out here at the start of this one.
And ideally, I think each of these teams is thinking, okay, we think this is how the game's going to unfold. This is our plan. This is how we're going to go attack. And if that's the case, great. But very rarely does that happen, Mike. So it's really the team that makes the best adjustments in real time, in between possessions, in between snaps. The team that adjusts the fastest and the most efficiently, they're the ones that come the end of the game, they tend to have the advantage.
The veteran kicker, Dustin Hopkins, out to get things started. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. And really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
Play action now. It's Burrow. This one caught by Chase. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. He'll find Andre Yusibas. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Nice job bouncing back there on 2nd down. 1st down, they gave up way too many yards and put them in 2nd and short. But now they can gain some of that back with that sack and brings up 3rd and medium, and the likelihood of getting off the field just went up.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, young man from the University of Colorado.
I think when you break down this game, Mike, I think it's really quite simple. I think it really comes down to the age-old, hey, be balanced on offense. Can their passing attack and rushing attack complement each other? Because what that does is it makes the defense defend the entire field. And then the #1 goal of every team every week in the NFL, no self-inflicted negatives. That's tackles for loss, sacks, and then, of course, the most important one, don't turn the ball over.
That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Back to the air one more on second down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. From out of the gun, he'll throw. His throw left is complete with Judy. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
They'll stick with him again. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now this time they'll look to throw. He finds Judy on that one. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now a 3rd and 2. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he's going to have the down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Now a give up the middle. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Throwing now from the gun. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. handoff here, up the middle, and he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line. Third and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A marker comes in as he goes down. It is a sack, and that flag definitely in the area of holding. Fourth down, Dustin Hopkins now for the Browns field goal. This from 30 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns will take a 3-0 lead. So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to get going with their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. They go play action for Burrow. He's got the hookup to Mike Gesicki. A pickup of 15 in the air. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. On play action, he'll set up to throw.
1st and goal. The quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner. Defense has just enough time to get there. They stop him short of the end zone. 2nd and goal.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Brooks. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time, he's in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. His kick is good, and the Bengals move out to a 7-3 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Now some movement up front, flags down, mistake-filled first half continues. The motion man is Johnson. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
To be a prolific passing offense in this league, you have to be able to both throw the ball from the pocket and you have to be able to operate and convert on 3rd downs. And they've really done both at a high level on this drive. And to no surprise, they find themselves 1st and goal.
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Ford. He is in. Jerome Ford. Touchdown, Browns.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns are on top. It's now 10-7. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll see if they can put some together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. We'll go once more with Brooks. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some.
Really nice job here by the offense getting back that penalty yardage they lost on first down. And typically the rule of thumb is let's pick up half. Let's make second down more manageable. In this case, they do that and some, and now they're in a good spot on second down.
Second down, Burrow. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Gesicki, the man in motion. Now a second down throw for Burrow. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Brooks.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
Second and 11. Throwing is Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it with Brooks. A gain of 11 on that one. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
Anytime you're having a really good drive like this, Mike, you just hate to see it stall out on the fringe of the red area. But in this case, not only do they pick up some good yardage on the ground, they get a fresh set of downs to hopefully go in and finish this drive with a touchdown.
Now some movement up front, flags down, mistake-filled first half continues. Burrow now. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Burrow. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
There was tight coverage all across the field. I think the quarterback thought he had the arm strength to fit this one into a pretty small window, but the defense wasn't having it. They were all over it, and I think the quarterback actually got away with one there.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
4th down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. This will be a 48-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and the Bengals will level the score at 10 apiece. All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. Here comes Ford on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Catch made right side. It's Johnson. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. He'll try the right side this time. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Going deep downfield for Judy. And he's in. Jerry Judy. Touchdown, Cleveland. Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Browns go up by 7. It is now 17-10. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Charlie Jones now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On the ground, it's Brooks. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosivas. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike, but listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
Burrow here on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have two defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Play action now. It's Burrow.
Well, the quarterback didn't gain a whole lot there, Mike, but frankly, he didn't need a whole lot either. Nice job understanding the situation, when to pull it down, and he's able to pick up the first down on his own.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Here's Burrow. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
Once the quarterback gets flushed out of the pocket, Mike, he has to make a split-second decision. Does he remain a passer and give his guys time downfield to work open? Or does he turn into a runner, just try to pick up some positive yards with his legs? I think in this case, the extra time paid off. Remained a passer, found an open target downfield, and he's able to get the ball to him for a nice completion. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Andre Yosivas. Touchdown, Bengals. On is McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bengals will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. DeAndre Carter on the return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Browns offense and Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Johnson. He's got him. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So now, after the penalty, a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man complete to Johnson. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
He'll go to Njoku. He's got it again. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll look to throw again to his tight end, Njoku. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to the air one more time. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
3rd and 6. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got it inside the 5. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll look to throw yet again. 1st down throw there is incomplete. Deontay Johnson, the intended target there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
So we hit halftime here in Cleveland, and the Browns are in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level 1st half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the 2nd half. Three-points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Carter on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The 3rd quarter begins with a run. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He'll look to throw. This throw left is complete with Judy. Third down and 9. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Ford. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
And a pretty good punt there. The fair catch taken right around the 11. The Bengals offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
2nd down. Burrow. Open man. Downfield. Chase has it. And he's taken down up past the 35. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. They bring Chase in motion. On 1st down, Burrow. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. And it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll find Chase. That's complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Burrow to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Browns offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he's going backwards here. They're going to take him down, back at the 5. Here's a 2nd and 12. They'll stick with him again. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Seemed to me from up here, Mike, that he really locked in on that guy. He told himself, I'm going to give my guy a chance to go compete for this ball. But anytime he enters such a crowded area, it usually means if he works through his progression, there's an easier throw somewhere on the field. Instead, he tries to fit it in and just wasn't able to quite make the completion.
The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up pass. Now, this looks like a design run, and a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They bring Chase in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. That is caught, finding Higgins. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Give it up the middle to Brooks. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
This receiver went a long way to catch this ball. He started all the way out on the left side of the formation, and look where he catches it, Mike. He's all the way on the right side of the field. He just continued to work through those open zones, eventually found one, and the quarterback was able to put it on him for
nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
Burrow here on 2nd down. This one complete to Higgins. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He needed 13 and got 14 for the 1st down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
They run out of the gun with Brooks. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Now Burrow on the bootleg. It is brought in the end zone. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals have taken a 4-point advantage. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Carter on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the quick slant, that's Judy. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They'll come up here, first and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. To the outside, complete to Johnson. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete. Third and a yard. They'll throw out of the gun. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And it looks like they have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on third down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
First and 10, and here comes 4. It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. Geno Stone with the tackle. Second down and 8. Back to throw. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this quarterback has a reputation for being one of the facts here is, yes, he used his legs, but he remained a passer for as long as he could, and leads to a nice pickup.
He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. He's going to have that first as they convert on third down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy? Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he will take this down close to a first down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. We'll try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and the Browns go up by 3. It's 27-24. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Burrow. Right side, and Higgins has the catch. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick 1st down.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments, and 4th quarter, down a score, doesn't get much bigger than this.
On 1st down, Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So, a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Second down, Burrow. Quickly, this one out to Chase. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Gesicki, the man in motion. Now, Burrow. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Give inside. It's Brooks. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Brown. And he will work his way down inside the 30. A pickup of 6. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Back to throw, Burrow. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. On the boot. That's complete to all the tight end. Just a short pickup there on 1st and 5. Now 2nd down throw for Burrow. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is 1st down and goal. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one, and it'll bring up 2nd and goal. Burrow to throw. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. For the lead, here is 3rd goal. Looking out of the gun, Burrow. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Room to run at the 40. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
What a good run there. That's going to put him over 100 for today's game, Mike. And it just seems as the game goes on, this guy just seems to get better and better.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. Here's second and 9. I'll give on the ground, and he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. The lane closed quickly, and here comes third down. They'll look to throw. Here's a screen set up for 4. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short.
Out of bounds. The visitors' offense. And Joe Burrow set to take over again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Burrow, RPO, get it to Chase. They face second down and 7. Here's Burrow. This one complete to Higgins. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? They'll run here with Brown. And he's going to have a first down. Tackle made up at the 33-yard line. To throw is Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here's Brown. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
The only way the quarterback has time to allow that receiver to go that far is if the big boys up front do their job. I mean, the protection was excellent. The quarterback had him in the world to let his wide receiver work open, and when you can pass protect like that, you're going to generate a lot of big plays.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. And that is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the miss. Credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Burrow now. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. Throwing is Burrow. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
Really nice job by the secondary. It's clear the offense was trying to put some layers and take a deep shot to pick up this first down. Where to go? The quarterback's got no choice but to check the ball down. They do a great job tackling in space and keeps him short of the first down. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Here's 1st and 10. back to throw here to begin the drive. To the left side, he's got Njoku. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now, 2nd and inches. They'll drop to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
He's going to have a Browns 1st down. They are able to move the sticks. It's a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot. Then there's a medium zone option, and then the last resort is just pick up the 1st down with something underneath and get that fresh set of down. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the 1st down.
A pickup there of 13. It's a Browns 1st down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
And this ball batted away and incomplete.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
Now, a big 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They put the tight end Brown in motion. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Another try with Brooks. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Here's a 2nd and 6. A carry now for Brooks. And nice work here. He's got the 1st down to about the 30-yard line. victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. This was a game where bumping down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point, but in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. Everybody.